What if the sun vanished right now and the world went completely dark? The consequences would shock you. The sun is more than just a bright ball in the sky. It's the engine of life on Earth. But imagine, for a moment, that it simply disappeared. No warning, no gradual dimming, just gone. Stay with me until the end, because what comes next might completely change how you see our sun. And also in just 5 minutes. The first thing you might think about is gravity. Would the Earth be flung into space? Surprisingly, the answer is no. At least, not immediately. Gravity isn't something that disappears instantly. The sun's gravitational pull would continue to hold Earth in orbit for about 8 minutes, the same time it takes light to reach us from the sun. But in terms of light, darkness would strike instantly. In less than a second, the sun's warmth and illumination would vanish. Think about that. A sky once blue and vibrant would instantly turn pitch black. The world would plunge into a cold, terrifying darkness. Without the sun, Earth's surface temperature would begin to fall dramatically. Within a week, the average global temperature could drop to 17 grados, bajo 01 F. In just 1 year, it could reach 73 grados, bajo 0-100 F. Life as we know it depends on sunlight to regulate temperatures, weather, and ecosystems. Crops would fail, oceans would freeze, and Earth would turn into a frozen wasteland. Sunlight drives wind, rain, and ocean currents. Without it, weather systems would collapse. Storms fueled by heat differentials would vanish, and the air would become still and frigid. Oxygen production would plummet as photosynthesis stops almost immediately. While oxygen in the atmosphere wouldn't disappear overnight, life reliant on it would face challenges within months. And then there's the ocean. As the surface freezes, water beneath may remain liquid for some time. But currents would halt, disrupting marine life on a massive scale. The plants that feed us rely entirely on sunlight. Without it, they would die quickly. Herbivores would starve first, followed by carnivores. Humans and animals could try to survive using stored food or artificial light, but the planet's natural ecosystems would collapse in a matter of months. Imagine cities lit with artificial lights while the rest of the Earth is a frozen, silent wilderness. Beyond the physical devastation, consider the psychological impact. Humans evolved with the sun as a constant presence. Darkness everywhere would disrupt circadian rhythms, causing sleep disorders, depression, and mass panic. Governments and societies would be forced to adapt to life in perpetual night, struggling to maintain energy, food, and social order. Civilization itself would face an existential challenge. But even worse, this is just the beginning. The sun also protects us from cosmic radiation. Without it, Earth would be exposed to dangerous solar and cosmic rays, which the sun's magnetic field normally deflects. Our planet would become a vulnerable target in the vast, harsh universe. To survive, humanity would need to depend on tech, shelters, lights, and energy systems. Let's imagine a scenario where humans attempt to survive. Underground cities would become essential, powered by nuclear energy or geothermal heat. Food would come from hydroponics and synthetic labs. Life would become starkly different from what we know, centered entirely around survival. Scientists speculate that, while small pockets of humans could theoretically survive for decades, the Earth itself would be unrecognizable. Oceans, frozen skies, permanently black, and continents blanketed in ice. It would be like a world straight out of science fiction, yet entirely plausible according to physics and biology. And the sun's absence would also affect the moon. Tides would stop, causing marine ecosystems to collapse further. Seasons would vanish. Days and nights would lose meaning. Time itself, measured by the natural rhythms of the sun, would become abstract. Humanity would be trapped in a timeless, frozen darkness. Imagine this. 8 minutes after the sun vanishes, we keep orbiting until we start feeling its gravity shift our paths. Over months and years, Earth might drift through space, colliding with debris or other planets. We would become cosmic wanderers in an endless void. All the comforts of life, warmth, food, light, and energy, would be stripped away. Survival would hinge on our ingenuity, our science, and our ability to adapt to a frozen, unfeeling universe. In short, the sun is not just a star in the sky. It is the ultimate engine of life, stability, and energy on Earth. Without it, darkness would strike instantly, temperatures would plummet, ecosystems would collapse, and humanity would be forced into a desperate fight for survival. The sun as presence is so critical that imagining its disappearance reveals just how fragile our existence really is. From light to life, from warmth to water cycles, it is the invisible hand that shapes everything we know. Its loss would not just be catastrophic, it would redefine what it means to exist. If you want to explore more mind-blowing what-if scenarios in the universe, make sure to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.